What's up, guys? So today's video I'm going to be showing you every single build for every single mission in Fortnite Save the World. Just pretty much the basics. Basically, when I go into a mission, if I'm the one building it, I'm pretty much going to put these builds up every single time. I mean, there's no reason to deviate because, you know, what works. So, and a lot of people have been asking me, how do I build for certain types of missions? So I'm just going to show every single one in this video. So let's start with the basics. Many people don't know this, but when it comes to buildings types and elemental husks, certain elemental husks counter building types. Fire husks will destroy wood twice as fast. Water will destroy brick twice as fast, and nature will destroy metal types or twice as fast. So when thinking of what you are going to build for that mission, make sure you pay attention to the elemental modifiers, because if a nature storm comes, you do not want to be building with metal, because a smasher that's nature will just destroy it in like one hit, and it takes forever and ever to repair, which is why you'd want to choose brick in that instance so you wouldn't be getting countered by the husks. Now, lower missions, I'd say from mid Plankerton down, you don't get many elemental husks, so you don't really have to worry about that, especially in Stonewood. Don't worry, just build with metal all the time, because there are no elements, so you don't have to worry about that. But for mid Plank and up, you definitely want to be making sure you pay attention to the elements and what waves of husks you are getting. So, now that that's out of the way, let's get started. So this is just a regular atlas, right? This is like basically one of the first missions you do. You see it throughout this game entirely. Now, the thing you can do is just build a pyramid like this. And you're done. I mean, you can, if you want, put a cap on it, but this works pretty much if the game, basically if you think you could solo the mission and you have a bunch of friends, just throw this shit in there. Like, just use a pyramid. It will stop husks enough and you'll just be able to kill them. Pretty much what I'm saying is, if it's an easy mission, just use this easy build because it works and it's effective. Now I'll show you what I use when it's a difficult mission. Like, let's say, alright, I'll wait for you to finish.
Nice work. Add blue glow to the atlas. Open mission control when you're ready to begin.
So if it's, let's say level 100, 4-man mission, I am not going to be using pyramids because even with 4 competent players, it's still going to be really difficult and you're going to need a better build because pyramids definitely just won't hack it. What I do is I just build inverted ramps and then floors, but yada yada yada, floors for all the way around. So this is called a 360 build because no matter which direction the husks come from, you'll have it trapped up and it will easily be able to defend itself. Just throw that on there just because of lobbers. So basically what you do is you would just trap it up like you would normally. So you'd put a floor and you'd put something like retractable spikes and wall launchers, gas, essentially that. And if you want to even go extra, you can put small walls around. So basically this is what happens. The husk comes in here, he's launched over, he gets gassed, he gets darted, he gets spiked, and then he has to walk all the way back here and do the same thing over again just to follow the same process, assuming the first time didn't kill him, which most likely it would. And if you want to even be more, like, I would say more prepared, you would throw down some, I'll just use some of these, throw down some floor spikes, so when he does his walk around, he's extremely slowed, and yeah, you get the point. It sends him into a never-ending death trap, essentially. So, and another thing I gotta give you, another tip. A lot of new players, when I play in low-level missions, they like to put these, right? So because their logic, they don't know how the game works. They just think a husk is gonna, here, let's get rid of this. They just think a husk is going to come up to here and it's just gonna walk right in. I mean, I don't even think you can walk, right? Yeah, walk right in and start killing your Atlas. That's not how the pathing works for AI in this game. Husks can't walk over here, so building this is literally useless. Do not build these. You're literally just wasting resources. It should look exactly like it does now, except all trapped up. So don't put those corner pieces, and the same goes for all these other builds that I'm going to be telling you. So that is pretty much how I would build an insanely hard mission for Atlas if I didn't, if I had to, because if it's like a level 100 4-man. So this is for hard missions. That over there is for easy missions because it doesn't take a lot of effort and you could just breeze right through the mission if it is a low level. Alright, so now that we got Atlas out of the way, let's go towards repair the shelter. So as you all know, it's a 3x3 grid for repair the shelter. I do very simple builds for this even when it's very hard. So imagine that 3x3 grid is the shelter. I literally just build 2, 2. Just build the entire thing with walls. This one is pretty much a new build, but you don't need to do anything fancy to be able to get this one done. And then because I have the walls, I build inverted ramps. A lot of people don't know why you build inverted ramps here as well. I'll make sure I finish this build real quick. The reason you put those is, one, smashers do not charge at inverted ramps. Oh my god, he got trapped in here.
Husk, you're dead.
Smashers do not charge when there is 2 layers, essentially. So this being 1, and then the wall being 2. So smashers literally just come up here and start whacking at the inverted ramp. If this wasn't here, they would just charge at the wall and start destroying your shelter really, really quickly. And the second reason is, it just gives you a second line of defense. So if this one is gone, husks are just going to come here and then just start hitting this, and as soon as this is down, they're destroying your shelter right now. So having the inverted ramps and the walls just gives you 2 layers of protection, and thus increasing the time that it takes husks to break through your defenses. And then if the mission is a little bit difficult, you can put floors and wall launchers around the entire thing. So no matter which direction they're coming from, they'll hit these and they'll be launched back. I don't normally put traps on these types of missions just because repair the shelter missions are definitely one of the easiest. You only have to defend for 4 minutes, and for the evacuate the shelter 6 minutes, so it's not a huge commitment. You don't have to survive for that long, so that's why I don't put that much effort into my builds for repair the shelter. Alright, so this one is ride the lightning. Now, so the van would be here, and then the computers or whatever would be right here. It's pretty much the same concept. Make sure you have 2 layers of building, or 2 layers of, I guess I got it right, buildings. So, and again, remember, don't build this because that is useless. You do not need to put corners on these types of builds. The build is just fine without those corners. They can't path up here and start killing this. They will start killing this first no matter what, as long as you have this exact build. So from there, I mean, I just build normally. I'll just build like stairs, and then I'll make sure there's a roof over it just because of lobbers. And if it's a really hard mission and you really don't want to deal with lobbers, build a bunch of floors and then put ramps on it, or mini pyramids, whatever you want to call roofs. Put those on it so that way when lobbers start launching them, you will have a lot of time to either upgrade them if you got a lobber wave, or repair, and yeah, all that noise. So this is what I build for Pride the Light. Alright, now on to retrieve the data. Now imagine at the beginning of the mission, you know the red zone, it's 2x2, but and you can't go on you can go in here, but you can't build in here yet because it's a restricted area or whatever. So imagine this is where the balloon is dropping, right? But these are the areas you can't build in. What I do pretty much the same thing, right? I build ramps, floors, and I upgrade everything. Put freaking wall launchers, and then I wait for to shoot down.
I'm helping.
I wait to shoot down the balloon, and as soon as I shoot down the balloon, I'm building this. Whoops. So it literally looks almost identical to that over there. And from this point, if the mission is difficult, you can do the same thing as the Atlas, where you
what's a build?
Put mini walls right here, wall launcher, wall spikes, wall darts, wall traps, or ceiling traps. So they do the same thing again. They get launched over here, they get destroyed by traps, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And obviously you could do that for this side, that side, and that side. Just do a 360 and make sure all of these are trapped. That's if the mission is difficult. 90% of retrieve the data missions I don't even add any of this. I literally just put wall launchers. Where is it? Wall launchers, and that's it. So ignore all of this. It just looks like this and this on all sides, because the mission's easy. Why waste traps for it, you know? Alright, so the last one is deliver the bomb. Now, this one's it has a little bit of a different format. Imagine this is where the bomb is. So there's tracks right there, so you can't build ramps like this, right? Because the traps are there. What I do to get around that is I build these inverted ramps, or like, I don't even know what to call those, like quarter pyramids, I don't know. But what I do is I build walls like this, so that way there is always 2, sometimes 3 buildings in between the bomb, or in between the launcher and the husks. So you just go around like this, do the same thing, put wall launchers, whatever, all over here. Basically all the way around, you get the drift. And it makes it so there's always going to be 2 buildings. That's basically what all of these builds are. Aside from Atlas, you want to make sure there are always 2 buildings in between the husks attacking and your objective. That's basically the name of the game. And even at low levels, you can practice this, and it'll make your missions way easier. And obviously you upgrade all of this and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, that was kind of a long one, but I had a lot of information to portray, and that's pretty much every build that I use when I play every single mission. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.